For once, I am not at war with my identity as a Black woman. I'm not hiding from my truth. I'm confronting it head on, and it's magical. My skin dances with the sun, my hair sings in tune with the breeze, my body aligns with the rotation of the earth. I am made from the roots of Mother Nature's touch. From the ground up, I am magic, pure, angelic, healing magic.
It's the TMI Project Story Hour, a series of true stories created in our writing workshops by everyday unsung heroes. They all divulge the too much information parts we usually keep to ourselves for personal liberation, human connection, and freedom, both for themselves and those who listen. Before we get started, we just want to let you know that as the TMI implies, some content might be too much information for some listeners. And remember, your support keeps our content free and accessible to everyone who wants to listen. So if you like what you hear and you're able to chip in at tmiproject.org, thank you. Either way, we are glad you're listening. Hey there, it's Eva, your host for Season 7 of the TMI Project Story Hour, Vicarious Resilience. Just like our award-winning documentary short of the same name, this season we're going to highlight some of the brave souls who stepped on stage, stood in their spotlight, and shared the truth about their lived experience with mental health and mental illness. If you'd like to access TMI Project's award-winning docu-short, Vicarious Resilience, go to vicariousresilience.com. Today we're celebrating Tyana. This story was originally presented as part of TMI Project's first ever teen version of a program called Black Stories Matter, led by Dara, Lori, and Micah at Kingston High School in 2018. Tyana was one of the brave teens that stepped on stage and shared their truth in front of their peers. Through her candid thoughts on the challenges she faced, she asks the question, why are the elders in her community and family so opposed to being open and honest about mental health issues? Listen in to hear how Tyana breaks the silence and in doing so, paints a picture of what life can look like when you embrace your authentic self entirely, struggles and all. Now, here's Tyana.
Hi. Okay, this is my story. My story is not about color. It is about who I am authentically, about who I want to be to feel free. The fact that I have to tell my story, or a fragment of my story, to reach an audience and make sure they understand I matter is absurd. Smiling is my superpower, though. I smile through a lot of the traumatic experiences I've endured. I guess it's because of the way I was raised. Every Black person around me was always strong, emotionless, and numb. In my household, there is no such thing as depression or anxiety or crying yourself to sleep or being sensitive, because back in my older family members' days, they had it rough. I have a roof over my head, so I should be living my best life. I'm ungrateful and over-exaggerating if I'm acting fragile or like a softie. The only time I've ever seen an older person in my family shed a tear is at a funeral. But I've always wanted to ask them, have you ever felt so alone, ever felt as if you could see the walls of your life crashing down in front of you, and there was nothing you could do to stop it, so you cry until there are no more tears, and all that's left is this feeling of emptiness? Sometimes I feel that way from the minute I open my eyes in the morning. Can you believe that me waking up is enough to make a group of privileged white people mad? Not because I stole or anything, but because I, a Black female, had the grit to open my eyes and breathe another day. You can see it all over their little racist faces too. Wow, look at this Black bitch breathing. Who the fuck does she think she is? I think of white people as confused fans, like, okay, They don't like me, they want nothing to do with me, but they watch my every move. Get injections all over their bodies to make parts of themselves thicker in places Black people were blessed with, go tanning, and pay hundreds of dollars to what? Look like me? Tell me if I'm wrong, but I think they're my biggest supporters. The difference between wannabe Black people and authentic Black people is that wannabes cannot opt out of Black reality. I don't get a choice. Once the cops come out, once whips are cracked, once triggers are pulled, wannabes no longer have to deal with that box of oppression. I simply cannot break out of the electric fence of brutality. It runs currents through me at all times. It always slips my mind, that 100 plus years ago, I would have been considered 3/5 a person. We were sold left and right, raped and lynched simply for being Black. These thoughts creep into my mind, body, and spirit whenever I allow what privilege I do have to crowd my judgment, when I believe I should be free and have the audacity to want to sit at the white man's table, the table I helped assemble. Recently, I found hope scrolling through Twitter. I see this video of a group of Black teenagers with a boombox over their shoulder, running towards the camera, chanting and blowing whistles, spinning and jumping with bright smiles that go from ear to ear, smiling, laughing, and just vibing with one another. Basically just like at every Black family gathering ever. As I'm watching, I zone out. The beat's still going, but different images play in my head. People doing the Cupid shuffle, stuffing their mouths with food, smoking God knows what, using that old school slang, playing Biggie, Tupac, and Boyz II Men, and yelling out, "What y'all know about that?" Laughing and sliding from side to side, just grooving. I see day turning to night and toddlers trying to fight their sleep patterns, cars pulling up and pulling off, adults grabbing plates and stuffing them for the next day's lunch, dinner, and maybe even breakfast. Watermelon, sweet potato pie, jerk chicken, curry chicken, collard greens, Brussels sprouts, baked macaroni, rice and beans, hot dogs, hamburgers, pasta salad, broccoli, steak, sweet potatoes, and yams. It gives me reassurance. It gives me hope. For once, I get to see people coming together, not begging for the world to hear our cry for change when our Black family members were being killed daily by the same people who are supposed to protect us. It's different, like the waves at night when no one is in the water disrupting the currents, the feeling of being away from home and coming back to the smell of a home-cooked meal. Everyone in the backyard is happy. I feel human in that moment. For once, I am not at war with my identity as a Black woman. I'm not hiding from my truth. I'm confronting it head on, and it's magical. My skin dances with the sun, my hair sings in tune with the breeze, my body aligns with the rotation of the earth. I am made from the roots of Mother Nature's touch. From the ground up, I am magic, pure, angelic, healing magic.
Tyana, thank you for sharing your story and inviting us into your world. A world where it's okay to be soft, to cry, to show emotion. A world where the magic of authenticity and joy shines through and gives way to freedom. If you'd like to access TMI Project's award-winning docu-short, Vicarious Resilience, go to vicariousresilience.com. If you think you have a problem and want help, call the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Association's National Helpline at 1-800-662-HELP. That's 1-800-662-4357. If you like what we're doing, please subscribe, rate, and leave a review wherever you get your podcasts. It really helps. TMI Project is available to offer true storytelling workshops and performances for your school or workplace. To learn more or to support our work, you can find details about it all at tmiproject.org. This episode of the TMI Project Story Hour was produced in partnership with Radio Kingston. It was written, edited, and produced by me, Eva Tenuto, Blake Pfeil, and Raine Grayson. Our theme song is Secrets by Edison Woods. I'm TMI Project's Executive Director. Our Operations and Programs Manager is Blake Pfeil. Our Organizational Administrator is Raine Grayson. Our Marketing and Digital Coordinator is Laura Marie Ruocco. Our Administrative Assistant is Riley Gibbons. Our Graphic Designer and Webmaster is Lauren Gill. Our Partnership Outreach Coordinator is Dara Laurie. Our workshop leaders are Perla Aora, Haley Downs, Raine Grayson, Ray Lipkind, Dara Laurie, Micah, Julie Novak, Blake Pfeil, and me, Eva Tenuto. To learn more and to find a special writing prompt so you can start telling your story, visit tmiproject.org/podcast.